This video we continue discussing about chain of the markets and how to define chain with the market structure. That is the first thing we need to focus with the chain. And the second one about the example, I normally give out the example to help you fully understand the first thing right over here. So let's get started. And here is a Bitcoin USDT on 4-hour time frame. This chart is pretty nice for the new trader to define the chain of the markets. So you can hold the chart for several seconds to understand, to analyze and understand what is going on current chart. And I will define the market structure for this chart like this. And you can see right over here, we have the high, high, low structure like this. And I will guide you in detail how to do it in next section. And in this section, we need to understand very basically cornerstone of the market structure firstly. And then when we come into the next section, you will absorb market structure theory faster. And at this time, right over here, we can have the up key level of the 4-hour time frame like this. And you can see right over here, as I explained before, at up key level of the 4-hour time frame, we have a lot of the buyer try to buy from the key level right over here. Therefore, the markets come from recent high right here into the key level, and then the price go higher right over here and go higher right here, and the markets continue go higher right over here. It means that the buyer at the key level right over here is very strong, and that is the reason why we always focus to buy at the key level right over here. And the first question is chain of the markets. We already can understand very carefully. Here is the uptrend because the markets create a high low like this, right? And at this time, I would like to separate two places on the chart. You can see right over here, the green zone is above of the up key level on 4-hour time frame, and the red zone is below of the up key level of 4-hour time frame. And at this time, if the market is continue running above of the up key level of the 4-hour time frame like our chart, at this time, chain is still continue running in the uptrend. And in case the market broken the up key level of the 4-hour time frame, at this time chain is totally changed from the uptrend into the downtrend. And at that time, we will analyze the market structure for the downtrend later. And you can see right over here, I would like to zoom out the chart on 4-hour time frame of Bitcoin a little bit. And at this time, you can see right over here, here is the up structure we already defined in the last page right over here. When we zoom out, I would like to make it in different colors. You can understand about it easier. And here is the up key level of the 4-hour time frame. You can see right over here, we have the one place right over here, price already go below of the up key level right over here. It means that from this place, the markets come into the downtrend already. And then you can see right over here, the markets go lower than the up key level right over here a lot of time like this, because the buyer is weaker at this time and selling pressure is stronger from this point. Therefore, the markets can easily going below of the up key level right over here. Therefore, we need to recognize when the market change from the uptrend into the downtrend to looking for the sell position and stop buying on the markets. And at this time, when the markets already changed from the uptrend into the downtrend from this place, you can see my mouse on the screen, red color, right? At this time, we need to define the down structure. You can see the down structure I can define by the color right over here, and we have the selling position, selling zone right over here. I call it. Here is a down key level of the 4-hour time frame, and you can see that the markets come into the selling zone right over here and going down for the first time and going down for the second time. The markets totally come into the downtrend from this place. Therefore, If you can understand when the market is changed into the downtrend, you can have a lot of position right over here. The first position right here, the second position right over here, and you also can have a lot of profits because that is a very nice to entry follow the trend of the market with market structure. So totally, after this video, you can understand that very quickly right over here. If the market is running above of the key level right over here, it means that trend is still running on the uptrend. And if the market is running below of the key level right over here, it means that the market is change from the uptrend into the downtrend, and at that time we need to analyze the new structure of the markets, and we will give out a new plan for the markets right over here. That is all the thing I want to explain to you on this video.